guys, so today we're going to be talking about maps, left and right, and the names of the streets and the roads. Now, I made up some street names that we're going to practice today. So the first street name I made up is going to be Bear Road. And then the next road is going to be Gamer River Lane, 67 Drive, and then the next road is going to be Baby Lane. So and then I came up with one more. It is going to be Monkey Bar Road. So we're going to use all those street names today. Those are not real street names. Those are ones that I made up. Okay, so first we're going to talk about a little bit about the directions and GPS and stuff. I know many of your parents do use GPS in your cars. And when you're driving. My parents use GPS, and I know a lot of people out there use it. So that helps you read the directions. We're going to use all the street names I just made up to help. And we're going to pretend we're going to be GPS today. We're going to be pretending that we're GPS and we're helping somebody find their directions to get to a place. And there's a lot of street names that I just listed. So we're going to be doing a little bit of experiment and being GPS today. But first we have to learn about maps and our left and rights before we can be GPS. To be able to be GPS, you have to know your left and rights. So the first thing is going to learn about the directions on the map. So the directions in the map are really important, that you should all know that they're really important. And maps can help us know where to go. Back then there was no GPS. There was physical maps, there was a map for each state. Now we have GPS, and we have all the and we have maps and I'm sure many of your parents have maps on their phones that they can look at. Now we have maps on our phones and GPS. But back then there was no GPS or maps on their phones. There was a map of each state and country. There was maps of the state and countries. And so let's say, I want to kind of explain this to you guys. But let's say I lived in New Jersey. And let's say I wanted to go to New York. I would have to get the map of New York to be able to know where to go. So that is what it was like back then. Versus now we have GPS and you probably have maps on your phones and tablets. So you probably have the map app to be able to find your directions that way, but you can also use GPS. So, and then we learned, now we're gonna have to learn our left and rights. So this is left and this is right. So if I'm turning the way, so let's say you're right-handed. If I'm turning the side that your hand does not write with, that is left. I'm left-handed, so if I turn this way, I'm turning on my right. But if I'm turning this way, I'm turning my left. So that's how you can learn your left and rights. And now we're going to be the test. of being GPS. Is everybody ready? Okay, so we're going to have scenarios and we're going to help these people find their way. These are made up people that I kind of made up. Aubrey and her friends, Lily and Gia. No, Lily and Gia. Yep. We're going to the movies to watch Moana 2. But they can't find their way. Can you help them? Let's help Aubrey and her friends find the way to get to the movies to watch Moana 2. Let's help them. So, let's say, so it says here that Aubrey and her friends start on Monkey Bar Road. And they need to get on, they get to on 6-7 Drive. When they reach 6-7 Drive, they're 10 minutes away from the movies to watch Moana 2. Okay, so our starting point is on Monkey Bar Road. And we need to get to 6-7 Drive. And when we get to 6-7 Drive, we will be 10 minutes away from the movie theater. Okay, so we leave our house. And so we start on Monkey Bar Road. And we need to get to 6-7 Drive. It'll be 10 minutes away. So they turn to the road behind their house. The road behind their house is Gamer River Road. Gamer River Road. So they turn right, and then they reach Gamer River Road. Then they have to keep going straight, then turn left. Then they reach the next road. The next road that they land on is Bear Road. So now they're on Bear Road. Now they have to turn left to get to River Road. Then they keep going straight. Then they have to turn left again to get to 6-7 Road. Now they're on 6-7 Road. Now it says here, when they reach 6-7 Road, they are officially 10 minutes away from the movie theaters. Now can you help them get to the street, the road that the movie theater's on, which is 5 Road. I'm just making these up, which is on 5 Road. Can you help them get there? So now they're on 6-7 Road. Now we have to figure out what direction. Now when they get to the stop, they turn left. Then, they reach what's called a roundabout. They reach what's called a roundabout. What do they do? They're at a roundabout. Friends, have you ever seen a roundabout before? It's one of those, like, it's a circle around the road, like, around the road. Around the road, so, like, it would be like a circle. What do? So they keep going straight, and then they turn, make a left on, and then after that, they keep going straight, and then they make a left. Then they have to keep right at the next roundabout. Then they have to after they do the roundabout, then they have to turn back left. Then they have to do another roundabout. Then they are on Sixth Road. We have to get to the road that the movie theater is on. Then they go through the 2 roundabouts on the road. Then they reach the movie theater that it's on. Movie theater that's on. The movie theater that's on. Now they reach the movie theater. Then they park. Then they're at the movies. We helped Aubrey and her friends, Lily and Gia, get to the movie theaters. That was an example of how to be GPS. We will discuss more about GPS tomorrow, but that was the test. Thank you guys for helping Aubrey and her friends. These are made-up people. I mean, Aubrey and her friends Lily and Gia get to the movie theaters to watch Moana 2. I hope they enjoy. Bye.